We the people! We the people! We the people! We the people!
United States of America.
Providence Journal News Article, Wednesday, September 22nd, 2010. Warwick. UN flag provokes protest at mall. Exercising their rights to free speech, protesters from We the People of Rhode Island staged a rally at 5 p.m. Tuesday under the United Nations flag outside the Warwick Mall recently reopened food court. Exercising his right to private property, the mall's co-op managing partner, Aram Garabedian, had them met by mall security and a Warwick police officer to direct them to the sidewalk just off the mall's property along Route 5, Greenwich Avenue. About a dozen protesters held signs and waved light blue UN flags marked with red X's to call attention to UN policies that they said undermine the sovereignty of the United States and denied U.S. citizens their right to due process. Garabedian said by phone on his way to New York that he has flown the UN flag at the mall for years and years because Rhode Island is a state full of individuals that are from all over the world. He said he supports their right to picket, but they have to picket me legally. Christopher Kahns of Warwick said his wife, Paula, inspired the protest when she alerted friends to the UN flag at the mall. Robert Oliveira and Adam Cole of We the People and Dan Badandi, host of Truth Radio on WALE 990 AM, said the flag symbolizes a world power that wants to dissolve the U.S. Constitution, investigate human rights abuses on U.S. soil, impose green initiatives and taxes, and dictate what is taught in U.S. schools, all without the U.S. legislative process. Donna Naylor, Projo.com.
It's about our sovereignty. No UN. Flying the flag of the United Nations over the mall. No UN. Say no to the UN! Say no to the UN! Their flag is flying here at the mall! California at? Give a self-introduction or just go? All the states to impose things like carbon taxes, they govern the education system. And they state very clearly in their own charter that their goal is to form a world government controlled by the United Nations, and all laws will be written by them. This is very real, so real in fact that the informed people about the United Nations view this as offensive as the general public would if there were a Nazi flag flying there at the moment. So we're here, step one, against global government, against the United Nations, to see if we can get that flag removed from our city. In a nutshell. We've had a lot of practice talking about the UN.
Okay, thank you.
That it? Thank you very much.
Nothing new, and now come critics of the UN flag at the Warwick Mall. About 25 people from the organization We the People of Rhode Island went there to protest the flag tonight.
Us, being informed citizens, we're well versed on the topic of United Nations, and we know exactly what it is and how it bypasses our Constitution and all legislative processes of our country in all the states to impose things like carbon taxes. They govern the education system, and they state very clearly in their own charter that their goal is to form a world government controlled by the United Nations, and all laws will be written by them. This is very real. So real, in fact, that the informed people about the United Nations view this as offensive as the general public would if there were a Nazi flag flying there at the mall.
Well, they don't like the UN flag at the Warwick Mall. Now, others disagree. The U.S. mission to the UN, says the world body, is best known for peacemaking and peacekeeping and other initiatives that make the world a better place. NBC 10 dug a little deeper, asking Warwick Mall managing partner Aram Garabedian about all this. He says the United States is a part of the United Nations, and the United Nations represents a number of countries. They have the right to disagree and also have the right to protest. That's why this is such a great country.
Okay, folks, there you have it. Concerned citizens, patriots, standing here at Warwick Mall, expressing their First Amendment right to protest the presence of the UN flag at Warwick Mall in Warwick, Rhode Island. And I would like to thank all our guests and thank everybody here for being concerned and coming out and expressing their displeasure via their First Amendment, which is guaranteed us through our Constitution. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time.
Broadcast. We the People, a freedom of speech television show. Go to www.wethepeopleofri.org.